I'm Lexxie. I'm in the US, and I am back with part 2 of the new snacks for this month. You can really see here why I ended up dividing it into 2 videos. Let's start, these are still cooking a little bit, so let's start with the cereal. Here I've got birthday cake Lucky Charms. Now, if you've seen the video where I made British style Rocky Road, you will have heard me say that Lucky Charms is my favorite cereal. So I'm hoping that this will be good. This is just some milk to pour into my little mini bowl of cereal. And a spoon, because for once I am prepared. It looks like basic Lucky Charms, although the cereal pieces have sprinkles on them, which are basically, it's not going to show up on camera. It's tiny, barely there, barely noticeable flecks of color. But let's give them a taste. That's why we're here. It doesn't taste like birthday cake to me. And it is somehow, both at the same time, the grain flavor of the cereal is more noticeable than original Lucky Charms, and it's sweeter. I'm not sure how. These are not as good as traditional Lucky Charms, but they still make me smile because they still have fun unicorn marshmallows and all the other shapes. But I think I'll stick to the original and just give these a 4. And we know what the soggability of Lucky Charms is. That's going to be the same as normal. So if you eat them at a reasonable pace, they're going to hold up. Trying to decide if I think these have finished turning into noodles as opposed to bricks yet. And a fork, because I'm still prepared. Give this a stir. Those feel reasonably soft. Okay, this is the mild heat, and it's the sweet chili flavor. In the first video, we tried the garlic chili, which was their medium option. Both of these did still come with the bonus heat packs, which I will not be trying again because they're the same and we tried it last time. And it was a little spicy for me. So, this had the soup base and it had a seasoning packet that had, I don't know what these are. I have no idea what that is. And it has an odd texture. Not one little clue what those little balls of something are, and the texture is weird and spongy. But let's try the rest of it. I like this one. The noodles themselves are the same as in the other version. The soup is spicy, but not too spicy. Does do a good job at capturing that sweet chili vibe. I could probably be convinced to buy this one again. And it's been about a week since I filmed the first part of this video. I don't remember what I rated the first one. But you would have just seen that yesterday, day before. So you probably remember. But I think I'm going to give this one a 6.5. Little bit better than the other one. Mostly because I prefer this spice level. But I do also really like sweet chili, so. This one is their hottest option, and it is smoky chili. And I can smell the smoke. This smells good. This smells like it's going to have a real good flavor to it, in addition to the heat. I am concerned about the heat being too much for me. Let's see how it carries on the noodles first. If I can scoop a few up. Yes, I know chopsticks would probably be helpful, but I just wasn't feeling that today. The smoke carries through nicely. The burn hits a little bit back here. Let's taste the broth now. There's a reason I didn't use all the milk. Now, that's not a like blow your head off spicy. It's really not. It's not even the spiciest thing I've tried on the channel. It's just where it hits. It hits right back here, right where it makes you want to start coughing. Flavor-wise, just flavor, if you extracted the heat from it, which I know you can't do. But flavor-wise, I think it's actually my favorite of the three. I really like the smokiness. I probably won't get it again because it's a little spicy for me. But I love this flavor. I mean, I love it enough I'm going to take another bite of the noodles. Which is a dangerous proposition since I'm out of milk. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 7 with the asterisk that it's too hot for me. But it tastes really good. Really good. Now, because my table is very, very full, I am going to relocate these to a nice non-spillable location. And then I'll be right back to continue the video. See you in a minute. Okay, now that those are stable and I have a little bit more room here, let's give some more of this a try. And I'm going to try and go a little bit faster because there's a lot here. Okay, savory. We have Dots barbecue pretzels. I've tried a few different Dots pretzels before here on the channel. I like the brand. I think the last ones I had were a cinnamon sugar, and they were quite tasty. I'm not sure about barbecue, though. They don't smell super barbecue-y. There's layers to this. First you get butter. Then you get a good barbecue flavor. Then you get some like little bit of a tang at the end with like the wheat flavor. I'm not sure. I can definitely see how some people would like these. But I don't think that there's something I would gravitate back to. I'm going to give these a 4. We'll see if sometime at 2 in the morning they start disappearing into my stomach. That's the real test, is if you start craving them in the middle of the night. But I'm not sure. I think it's the buttery flavor that's throwing me off. I think. Okay. I'm going to put that down there. And then we're going to go with the Pringles next. Let's start with loaded potato skins. And this one should be good because Pringles are potato, loaded potato skins, potato, bacon, sour cream, and cheese, right? How can they mess that up in a chip form? Not a lot of color on the chip, but That's okay. They smell cheesy. I taste the sour cream. I taste the cheese. I do not taste the bacon or the chives. But really, when you have loaded potato skins, do you really taste the chives? I actually think they need a little less sour cream flavor, but more bacon flavor. I'm really not tasting bacon at all. They're not bad. They're not my favorite. 5? We're gonna put those down there because we're still trying to create some space. Now I got one more Pringles, and that is 7-layer dip. Pringles is really hitting it with the new flavors right now. There's 2 more that I'm looking for. This one also doesn't have a ton of color on the chip, and I can smell salsa. I taste a little bit of lime, a little bit of salsa, and I taste cilantro. I've never had the taste of cilantro in a chip before. Now, I am not one of those people that cilantro tastes like soap, but I'm also not a big fan of cilantro. There is a certain novelty to it, though, having it in chip form. I think I can taste a little sour cream in just the sense that it's got something that mellows it and brings it all together, which is what sour cream would do. In the picture, it shows that there would be olives and avocado. I don't taste avocado. I definitely don't taste avocado. Maybe I'm getting olives. There's a slight brininess to it, but that just might be salt on the chips. I think these are better than the loaded potatoes. What did I just give them? It's been like 30 seconds and I don't remember. I'm going to say 6. I am more likely to buy these again. Okay. Cheez-Its. I've got 2 boxes of Cheez-Its. Things that are putting out flavors are putting out many flavors. These I've been looking for a little while. It's the pesto and mozzarella flavor. And this one just sounds fun and interesting to me. I know pesto isn't a cheese. Well, it's got cheese in it. It's got parm in it. But just to pair that with mozzarella and a snap cracker feels like a very novel idea. They smell like mozzarella. I was kind of expecting some green flecks, which I'm not getting. These are nice. I taste the mozzarella. I taste the basil. And I'm tasting the Parmesan too. You know what? One more cracker. These are really nice. I know in a recent video I have the smoked Gouda ones and I was thrilled with those. Those have a real munchability quality to them because, like, smoky is good. These are layered, complex. And I really like that. They're not as good as the Sargento crackers that I tried in the last video. But those were amazing. I think I'm going to give those a 7. I really do like them. I'll probably get them again at some point. And then the other Cheez-It I have... Don't fall over. Don't fall over. If you're going to fall over, stay on the table. Stay on the table. Okay. This one is cheesy taco flavored. Okay, I can get, like, I understand the flavor profile, and I can see how they got there and deciding to put it into a cheese cracker. But generally, when I'm eating tacos, cheese isn't the dominant flavor. They smell odd. They don't smell like tacos. They don't smell like tacos at all. They've kind of got the extra toasty vibe. They don't taste like tacos at all. I think there's some lime in them. And I do taste a bit of taco seasoning, but that comes through at the end. And it's a little spicy and doesn't balance well. And as far as like the other flavors of taco, beef, tomato, the tortilla, I'm not getting any of that. Just taco seasoning, like out of a packet. And maybe a hint of lime. These are not well balanced at all. They're not inedible, they're not disgusting. But for the Cheez-It flavors that exist out there, there's much better options. Try the pesto and mozzarella, leave the taco on the shelf. 3. We're gonna give them a 3. I feel like a beverage. Okay. I'm not sure how enthusiastic I am about this because I tried the vanilla one in the last video. But this is the 100-calorie double chocolate gelato Starbucks Frappuccino. I'm hoping that the chocolate will hide the artificial sugar flavor a little bit better because I don't want all of these to not be great. It does and it doesn't, as far as hiding it better. I keep getting waves. I start with artificial sugar, then I get chocolate, then I end on artificial sugar, then I somehow get a little bit more chocolate. No. No, I would not buy this again. Second sip, all I'm tasting is artificial sugar. I'm not even getting the chocolate. Now, that might just be me. I have a sensitivity to the artificial sugar. Sensitivity in the sense that I can taste it. And it tastes odd to me. So, slightly better than the vanilla, but it's just getting a 3. Not a fan. Yeah, I can go on the floor too. Let's get this one out of the way, shall we? This is the caramel Frappuccino 100-calorie version. At this point, don't have high hopes, but we're going to try it because I got it. Now, if they come out with a 4th and 5th flavor, I probably won't bother with those. It smells like caramel. Okay. This is the best out of the 3. The artificial sugar flavor is still there, but I have to try to find it in this one. Where in the other ones, I could very much taste it. I have to look for it in this one. So this one, well, it gets to stay up here on the table and maybe gets a few more sips taken out of it on this video. But I still don't think I'll buy it again. But it's going to get a 5 because it is the best of the 3. Do I have any more savory? No. Okay, so we're going to go here. These are Dynamite Dinosaur Jurassic Park animal cookies, and these are a chocolate animal cookie. And themed to Jurassic Park, that sounds like fun. Fun fact, I did not see the Jurassic Park movies until last year, 2 years ago. When they came out, I was real sensitive to scary stuff, and they were deemed too scary for me. And watching them, yeah, the first one probably was, but I just never got around to watching them. And when I saw them last year, I really liked the newer ones. I don't know, I just kind of vibed with that storyline a bit better. It's not like it's my new favorite movie franchise, but they're good, solid movies. I can see why they're still popular. Okay, so we've got a Triceratops here. Cute little blue Triceratops. They are coated on both sides with this white, well, blue chocolate coating. Chocolate inside. But I'm not tasting a lot of chocolate. Like, chocolate. All I'm tasting is the coating. We've got some other shapes going on here. There's, I think he's a T-Rex. And, pterodactyl. I don't think they needed to be fully coated. I think just coating them on the top, or maybe if they used a frosting like on the regular animal cookies, that might have been better. Let the chocolate cookie shine through a bit, because that's really what made these interesting, was the fact that the cookie was chocolate instead of white. I won't get them again. At least not now if they revamped them to where it was just like a frosted animal cookie instead of a coated. I might, but yeah, the chocolate doesn't come through enough for me with these. I'm just going to give them a, let's give them a 5. They're okay, but they're kind of one-note sweet. Okay, that can go on the floor too, and I think that'll give us room for the rest of everything else. This is Smart Food Brown Butter Sea Salt Popcorn. This has potential. Oh, and Smart Food, peanut butter. Peanut butter popcorn. Not chocolate peanut butter. Just peanut butter. Well, peanut butter and sea salt. Let me see that one. Okay, this is not what I expected. It's like, it's got a coating kind of like a caramel corn or a kettle corn would have a coating, as opposed to like the flavor powder. It's okay. I think this one's going to grow on me. Oh, you know, it says that it's kettle corn. If I just read the whole label. The salt is a little inconsistent. Some of the pieces have more salt than others. And it's got a nice flavor to it. But it also doesn't taste real buttery to me. I wouldn't have necessarily called it brown butter. It tastes more like a weak caramel. But brown butter is basically butter where the milk solids have been caramelized, which is why it tastes like that. I wish it had a bit more butter flavor and that the salt was more consistent. That might just mean I need to shake the bag. But I can tell that this is one I'm going to come back to it too in the morning. And we've talked about that. So that one gets a 6. It's definitely not as good as their standard white cheddar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 left. Skippy Peanut Butter Salted Nut Roll. The last salted nut roll I had was churro flavored, and that was really good. I'm not sure if this one's going to live up to that, but we've got the caramel. Somewhere in here there's a peanut butter flavor and peanuts. Okay, that was really chewy. You didn't see it because I cut out most of me chewing there. But flavor-wise, if you really want peanut butter, it's gonna hit that box. I do like the texture. I like the chewiness of these things. I like the peanuts. It's a little peanut butter heavy for me. I don't know why. I don't know why it would be peanut butter heavy when peanut butter cups aren't, but somehow it feels more peanut butter intense than peanut butter cups. That might just be because usually the nut rolls have like the white center, so it's kind of something offsetting the peanuts. I'm just gonna give it a 5. It's perfectly fine, but it probably won't come home with me again. These look like fun. Fried chocolate sandwich cookie pretzels. Not sure how they're going to accomplish this, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt to start. If you've been around here long, you will have heard that fair food is one of my favorite things. I love the fair. I love fair food, and Americans deep fry everything. So of course we're going to deep fry Oreos or chocolate sandwich cookies. But deep fried Nutter Butters, which is a peanut butter sandwich cookie, is actually my preferred deep fried cookie option. They look cute. I'm definitely getting a cookies and cream vibe off of this, and the salt counterpoint of the pretzel is lovely. I don't think it tastes fried cookie. Are they good? Yeah. Are they going to replace a fried Oreo? No. Almost forgot to rate that. 5.5. But if I get them again, it's going to be because of more of a cookies and cream vibe with the salt counterpoint. 3 left. What do I want to end on? Okay. These are Sour Patch Kids Glow Ups. And these exist in a Swedish Fish option too, which is same candy, different shape, no sour powder. This is just what I came across. It's a strawberry watermelon, and they are supposed to light up in blacklight. I could not find a blacklight. If I can find a photo, I will insert a photo here. Did I find a photo? I do generally like Sour Patch Kids. They've got these little colorful flecks, which I would imagine is the part that glows. And I read somewhere that they do this, yes. Our edible confetti contains turmeric extract, which gives its fun glow, and you can't taste it. I didn't know turmeric was blacklight reactive. Now I have some herbs I guess turmeric's not an herb, is it? It's a spice. Now I have some spices I'm gonna play with. Flavor-wise, those are nice. You get the watermelon first. And then it blends into the berry a little bit. I wouldn't so much call it strawberry as that red berry that they do, but it's nice. There's definitely a novelty factor that I'm losing out on by not having a blacklight right now. But if you have a blacklight, They're going to be a lot of fun to play around with, especially for kids. So, and they actually are good. It's not just that there's only the novelty aspect. They taste good. So I think I'm going to give those, you know what? They're less sour than regular Sour Patch Kids. I didn't catch that right away, but they are. I'm going to give those a 6.5. I do like the flavor. I wish it was more than just one flavor in the bag. Lemon heads. These have been on my radar for a while, but I just finally found them. They are lemon head ropes. Ooh. 100 calories in 2 ropes. I know normally I'm not like a calorie girly, but how does this open? But that feels like a very reasonable number of calories for candy. Okay, apparently this opens by me destroying the package. There we go. They smell like a lemon lollipop. And lemon lollipops historically are not my favorite lollipop because they're not sour. And I like the sour aspect of lemons, which is why I usually like lemon heads because they are sour. So, let's see. There's a journey here, isn't there? Okay. The outside just tastes like lemon lollipop. Too sweet for me. But the inside is tart. Not overwhelmingly tart, but has a real natural lemon taste to it once it combines with the outer layer, but you have to do some chewing. There's a very slight bitterness on the finish, and by slight, like very slight. But we can attribute that to lemon pith, right? If you take a bite out of the white part of a lemon, it would be a little bit bitter. So I'm not angry about that. When it's all chewed up, I like the flavor. I don't like how long it takes to get there. So, a 4. If you aren't bothered by sweet lemon candy, and by all means, I know I'm the weird one there, but if you like sweet lemon candy, they're worth trying. They're not super sour. There's just a pleasant tartness to it. And then Sweet Tarts Gummy Halos. Now, Sweet Tarts are one of my favorite candies. Have been, since I was 5 maybe. I like sour stuff, but not, I was going to say not sour for the sake of sour, but I like Sour Patch Kids. I like Warheads. I like eating a lemon. I like sour stuff, and Sweet Tarts are a lovely balance of that. And the red ones and the blue ones are my favorite colors. And this is red and blue. They've got the pillowy, whatever, the white backing on them that some gummies have. And they're covered in sugar. Nope, they're covered in sour powder. The red part definitely tastes different from the blue part. The blue part tastes close to what blue Sweet Tarts taste like. The red part does not. They're not as tart as Sweet Tarts. They're alright. I don't think I'd get another bag. I think I would stick to original Sweet Tarts. But if you like gummies, if you want something with a little bit of tang, but not like Sour Patch Kid kind of sour, sure. They're pleasant enough. Did I already rate them? I rated them in my head. Just not sure that from my head made it out my mouth. But I'm giving those a 5. And that is all I've got for today. We made it through not just one mountain, but 2 mountains of snacks. So if you enjoyed the video, if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it. And come back to see if I find more new things to try in June. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye!